Wednesday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time. I just did this whole spiel and I thought I was live and I wasn't live, so now I'm actually live. And today we are going to make some Easter bunnies. So I did some sketches for different Easter bunnies, and I thought it would be fun to continue with the resin. So I have the Let's Resin kit that I'm going to be using again today, and the Let's Resin people actually contacted me via Instagram because they're going to send me more resin. They like the stuff that we've been doing on the live stream, so that's pretty exciting. Free resin. Maybe they have some other little gadgets that I can use in the live streams and stuff, so that is really, really cool. So who have we got? We've got, hi Amber, hi Peggy, how are you? Cool, eh? Yeah, I was really excited about that. And Kristen might be hopping on the live stream. She's visiting my parents, and she said she was going to hop on. So Kristen, if you are there, hello to my mom and dad. Hello in Arnprior, and we are going to get started. We're going to flip the screen. And oh, you're there. That's awesome, Kristen. And is mom and dad in the room, or are they taking a little snooze? I know they go down for lunch and then they have a little snooze. So if they're there, big hello. And I'll, if they miss the intro, I'll they can watch the, you could play the replay for them. Not yet, no worries at all. So hi to mom and dad, and you will see this on the replay, and I'm going to flip the screen and get started with all the stuff. So let's bring this one around. First you see my ceiling, and then you see my table. So here is the patterns we're working for. Let's make sure we're centered a little bit. We're going to bring it up a little bit, just a bit. That should be good. I don't want to bring it up too much. And then we're going to see what we're working on. And let me pull up the video on my channel so I could actually see your guys' comments and stuff live. And we're going to pause, and we have Amber. So if you guys don't already know, Tree Sap Girl is Amber. She's the moderator of my channel, and super appreciate every time you're here, Amber. How was your baseball game? You went to the baseball game yesterday. Hi, Peggy. Nice to see you. And W World Peace is my sister, Kristen. So hi, Kristen. And that's great. So if you guys are, if anyone's hopping on, just say hello, and we are going to get started. I did a whole bunch of sketches, and I thought it would be fun to start with like this one, which would be the resin one, and then maybe we can do some littler ones later. And we have a couple weeks before Easter, so we could do more after. So this one question is how you get the flat wire to sit flat. So this time I am going to use the 3mm artistic wire because the 4 and 5 is a little thick. So what I thought we could do is you just need to do one continuous line so it sits flat. So if we start here and we bring this around, ooh, are we buffering? I don't know. Let me know if the video is buffering. In what I see is very, oh, maybe it's going. That's strange. Huh, it was buffering there. Let me know. Hi, Louise. How are you from Oakville? That's awesome. Yeah, I had to push play on my screen. So we're gonna start here. We're gonna go up. Let's make sure it's not going onto my paper. Oh, I'm gonna put another paper underneath so I don't leak onto my surface. There we go. Sharpies go right through the paper. So let's do this. And no buffering here. So that was my problem. So let's bring this one around and around, and then just to do a little basic bunny shape. And I'm just gonna go, I think, straight across. I mean, you could give it a little dimension in there too, not a big deal. And then around, and then the question is always, how do you finish it off? So if you bring it up here, and we bring it down, I'm gonna refresh my page. There's a delay in the video. That's better. Yeah, there was some weird delay. And then we're gonna bring it down here. And then you wanna bring it underneath that one and up and down. So that way you have one continuous line and it's gonna sit flat. And then where it's got another piece, I guess I'll go for the flat wire there. And then I thought another one cute would be like this type of thing. One piece, if we can, for the legs. So that could be our starting point with the resin. And then from there, I thought about a bead. And then maybe a bead there. I even did little eyelashes. I don't know if that's gonna work or not. We're gonna see eyelashes. And then some just whiskers. So you could even do like, if you wanted to do easier whiskers, you could do like that, and then one in the middle might be easier. So that's the concept. And hi, Corey, how are you? Are you globetrotting at the moment, or are you home? Last time you were in a nice warm climate. So I've got my beads. I'm going to start with this wire. This is the flat 3 millimeter artistic wire. So we're gonna just straighten it out with the nylon jaw pliers. There we go. Oops. Oh, it's slipping. That's my bad. I have to hold it properly. Okay. Bunny's adorable. Thank you. Okay, so let's remove this paper, and then I think I'll just follow the template as best I can. And why don't we measure the wire so we know how much wire we're using. Let me grab a ruler. And you had, Amber had fun at the baseball game. You lost, but you still had fun. Yeah, it's always fun for sure. Okay, Mustafa, hello. Guess what, Mustafa? I'm using resin again. UV resin, and they're gonna send me more, which is awesome. I'm pretty excited about that. So that's pays to share your stuff on social media, because they saw it on social media and on Instagram and wanted to send me more resin. So shout out to Let's Resin. And I'll probably do a project for an actual video, not just the live stream. So that's cool. Actually, the dragonflies turned out well. I might do a tutorial for that, and using the resin. So let's go ahead and cool, more resin. Yeah, because I think Corey was saying, or Connie was saying, that there was a lifespan. Resin has a lifespan. So at some point, oh, see, I've already made a mistake. I didn't do this high enough. 6 months or something, I think. Was that you, Corey, that said 6 months for the resin, or was that Connie? I don't remember. Yeah, I've already made a mistake. That's the trouble when you're chatting. Sometimes you make mistakes about what you're doing. So this is going to curve around, and we want this to bend here at the upper one. Okay, so let's just check that. That goes there, right to there, and then we can get our got home Monday night. No snow. Woke up to snow. Oopsies. Oh well, it's not gonna last. And I actually was driving yesterday because I went to pick up my sister in Ottawa, and it was snowing so bad. I mean, the driving was okay. We have our snow tires on, but there was a lot of snow, and the worst part was I couldn't see the street signs to find out where the airport was. So that was unfortunate, but I asked the guy in the car beside me where it was, and he directed me in the right way. So that was good. And now she's safe and sound at my parents' place, and we had a little visit, and I came home to Montreal, and we'll see them again on Sunday at the theater in Ottawa, so that'll be fun. We have a family tradition of going to the Ottawa Little Theaters, so I'm excited about that. We're gonna bring this, and Sunny there, nice. Parents are here now, nice. Hi, Mom, hi, Dad. Oh, let me flip the screen to say hello. Sorry, let me turn the screen. Let me flip it. Oh, there's our outside. That's our neighbor's house. We had turkeys out there this morning. They're not there now, so let me flip the screen. Hello! Hi to my mom. Hi to my dad. And you guys don't have to watch this whole thing. It's very lengthy and a little bit boring if you don't like wire art and jewelry. But it was really nice to see you, and I'm going to get back to work. So there we go. So we're going to flip this around. There's my ceiling. Flip the screen. There's my hands. So let's do this. Awesome. Okay. Now, everybody's saying hi to Mom and Dad. Awesome. That's so cool. So we're going to bring this one around. And actually, if you want to see my mom and dad, I did a podcast interview with them on YouTube. And maybe I'll link that up in the description so you can see them and hear them talk about their life adventures. So that's cool. And I also interviewed Kristen So you can see that one as well. So that was fun doing those podcasts. I haven't done them in a long time, but I should do them again. So now we're going to bend this straight out for the bunny's leg. We're going to bring this one around here, and then we'll use the bail making pliers to curve it around. So we're going to bring that one around here. There. Oh, our thing is beeping. Oh, Mark's just turning off the timer. That's good. We're going to bring that one. Oui, ça va, merci. And there we go. We're going to bring this one around. And there. So there's a little foot. Super cute. And it's super hot here. 41 degrees. Eee, Mustafa. I don't know how you handle that, because that's hot. That's really hot. I couldn't handle that. I was just saying to someone recently about how I've traveled to, I think it was Kristen yesterday, we were talking about traveling, and I was saying that I've traveled to Mexico, Guatemala, and Costa Rica, but actually Costa Rica was brutal. It was the worst. It was so hot. Just making a little dip there for the little bunny butt. And yeah, it was so hot that, and I went to that specifically to go to, it was a retreat, like a vegan kind of, a vegan meditation yoga retreat. And ironically, everybody got food poisoning, so that wasn't fun. But it was just too hot. I would not do that again. It was just, I can't stand that. I mean, we all complain about the cold, but then when it gets too hot, it's like, no, we need something very temperate in the middle. So actually, Mimi Watch is a YouTuber. She's from Seattle, and apparently she gets seasonal depression, and she's very wealthy, so she can afford it, but she's buying a house in Arizona to stay in the months when it's really rainy and cold. Her name is Saray Jones. I don't know if you guys have ever, well, she's younger, so you might never have heard of her, but she had a channel called Crazy Ray, and now she just goes by Saray Jones. But yeah, that would be nice to be able to afford a winter place for sure. And oh, there goes my timer. It's not ready yet though. But yeah, so she was talking on her blog, they call it, yesterday, about moving to having a house in Arizona. So that's pretty cool, because winters certainly can be pretty brutal. Especially if it's like really gray type of thing. At least when it's cold here, it's sunny, so it's not too bad. At least you get enough UV rays. But in a place like Seattle and even Vancouver, it rains a lot. So more power to you guys for being able to manage that. Okay, let's bring this one around. We're just gonna make sure these are, because my sketch might not be symmetrical, so I'm just gonna make sure that this is somewhat symmetrical. Bring that one around. It's okay if it's not 100% perfect either, but this is fun, eh? So this is the flat wire, and you have to be careful with flat wire because it, you can't overlap it, you can't really twist it much, and even that bookmark tutorial I did yesterday with the butterfly, I had forgotten to form the head, the spiral head of the butterfly first, and so it was really tricky to make a spiral with flat wire. But because it was 18 gauge and it wasn't that thick, it was doable, you know. But it wouldn't be doable if it was a thicker wire. So like this, you couldn't really do a flat spiral with this. Now it looks like I might run out of wire, which is going to be unfortunate, but did I measure this? Did I measure this wire? I don't think did I measure it, Amber? I don't remember now if I measured the wires. So we're gonna see. Rather be hot than too cold, yes. Yeah. Oh, look at this. I think I'm gonna run out of wire. Well, the idea would have been to bring this one around and up. So I don't know if we can do anything to recoup this, but at least when I do the templates, that option will be there. So if we bring this to here and we bring this one up, see, this is the idea. This would come up here, and then wonder if we could just do a mini one. This is also on a slant, so that's not great. But what if we just bring this one around? Yeah, see, it's not gonna work, but this is the idea. You would bring it around there. So this would sit in there, and that would go up and around to form the inside of the ear. But because there's not enough wire, oh, that's too bad, because I was really excited about that. But what if, let's try something else. We're gonna bring this one around, straighten it out. Maybe I could just do it to the top. Okay, sometimes you just have to pivot. And I will cut this straight because it's on a slant, which is unfortunate. So we're gonna cut that straight. And what if we just put this to here? I'm gonna move this over a little bit more, and 10, 12 inches. Did I measure it though? I don't remember. I can watch the replay and see. I got out the ruler, but I don't remember if I actually measured the wire, so that's an issue. Okay, now, so this is to there like that. I don't know if there's much else I can do to fix that. So this would be here. And then at this point, I'm going to get the tape to tape it down. And you want to try to make sure this is as flat as possible. So put it upside down, play around with it, and make sure the bunny is going to be flat. So do any wiggling that you need. Okay. And yeah, see, it's a little off. I don't know if you could like hammer that gently for it to sit down or what you can do with it, but hopefully the tape is sticky enough that it's gonna hold it. So here's our kit. Okay. Mustafa, I just went back and checked. I measured it. Ooh, and what did I say? Okay, so here's our kit. Here's the light, and it comes with some forms if you want to do forms. There's little flowers, dried flowers. There's sequins and little flakes, little metally flakes or plastic flakes, and shiny stuff. So there, if you want to use any of that stuff, you can. Here's the resin, which might be expired by now, but I should ask the resin people if it expires, because I'm not sure. But it also comes, here's the tape, but it also comes with these really funky frames and keychains. Oh, gross. It just, it's spilt all over the bottom. Ooh, oh man. Okay, I'm gonna deal with that later. Blech. Okay, yeah, it just spilt everywhere. Oh, it leaked. Okay, so let me get a rag or something. If I do it on toilet paper, it's gonna go everywhere. Rag. I just got a rag. I'm not sure where this came from, but probably shouldn't ruin this rag, but it's got cows and sheep and stuff all over it. Maybe I shouldn't ruin that rag. Okay, here, you guys can look at the cows and sheep and stuff, and I'm gonna go get a different rag. Okay, so that should be fine. I got another rag. So let's keep that rag because it's a nice rag. I'm just gonna wipe my hands. Okay, I was about to measure it and I didn't. Well, that's typical. Okay, let's get our tape. We're gonna get going with this, and I'm gonna get this tape. Oh, what a mess, eh? Okay, I'm gonna deal with that later. Oh, it even got on the tape. Oof. I thought I put the lid on properly. I guess not. Okay, so let's wipe this. And this stuff, Mustafa, do you know how you clean this off your hands before it's being cured? Because I'm not quite sure, it's sticky, so I don't know if I use nail polish remover or alcohol, or how I can clean my hands because it's very sticky. I'm just gonna get scissors. Yeah, let me know if there's a way to clean it off my hands. Oh, is that Mirta coming? I see the hearts. I think Mirta's in the house. Let us know, Mirta. Usually you come in with a bang with all those hearts, which I super appreciate. Yay, there she is. You. Awesome. How's the weather over there? I keep forgetting, I think it's your winter, maybe? I'm not sure. Okay, so let's tape this down and gets paint. Sorry, oh, I have a resin scrub. Oh, alcohol-free ones don't work well. Clean baby wipes. Okay, oh, interesting. Okay, I'll have to see if I can get some. Nice. Okay, and the resin scrub, that's something specific, a resin scrub? I wonder if the Let's Resin people have that. I should ask them. Okay, because it definitely would be good to clean my hands. Okay, so here's Bunny. We're gonna put her down on the tape and make sure that the edges are closed and figure out what the heck we're gonna do with this. So if we just push this down, we want it to sit flat. And I don't know the best way to really get it to sit flat. Maybe with my pliers. I don't want to ruin them, but yeah. Yeah, we're gonna have to be very careful with this because it's hard with the flat wire. It's not super thick. So we're just gonna hope it's gonna stick. I might have to like push it down as I put the resin in. And in the meanwhile, I'm gonna set up my thing here. And I'm gonna set up this and plug it in. You just plug it in with a USB to your computer. And I will do that. Or to a charger, I guess. And we're going to plug that in. Okay, so we have the little, I don't know what they call it, a little light box, little thing. And now, because I can't think of offhand how I can clean my hands, I'm just gonna wipe them off and get another piece. We wanna do the feet if we can, like the picture. And then we also wanna do, the other ear. So if we do the other ear, let's try to get this little piece in there. And this might or might not work. This is just an experiment. We're gonna see. So I'm gonna cut this flat. I'm gonna curve it around. And, oh, regular alcohol. Okay, let me go grab it. I have some. Let me go grab some alcohol. And okay, so I have this. I don't know if the 50% is good, but I'll try that and see. Because I also have, I think 70% somewhere that I use for watercolor. So let's just try that and see if that's gonna work. Oh, stinky. Okay. It's hard to tell. I think it's all right. Yeah, I think that worked. That's good. Now this is flipping up. I'm gonna have to be really careful for my first coat of resin. And now we're going to bring this one around into a curve. And we don't need a very big piece. Yeah, Mustafa's amazing at resin. Yeah, I still have a lot of pieces that he made me, or I'll pull them out. Maybe I'll pull them out next time so you guys can see all the beautiful resin that Mustafa made me a few years ago. Okay, so let's do this. And I did find my tweezers on my floor. And can we get this in here? Yeah, so let's try that. I mean, that's the idea. It might be a little bit off. And then let's do another one on the other side. I'm gonna cut this flush again. And then we're gonna curve it. And bring that one around here, maybe to about here, and then bend it. Give it a good little bend. Okay, there we go. And then curve this one around. And the idea would be this will just sit in there, and hopefully this is, yeah, we want to make this bend as sharp as you can, if you can. Okay. Well, thank you. I appreciate them a lot. Have you done any resin recently? I guess you're pretty busy at school. So we're going to cut this, and we're going to pinch this a bit, get that in a little bit, because that one isn't very wide. So let's just bring that one in a bit. So this was the idea. We'll see if it works, to do a inside of the ear with this. Okay, so if we could put that one there. Yeah, it's kind of cute. I mean, it would have been better if I had had enough wire to make this part more round, but I didn't have enough wire, to be honest. I had like 2 little separate pieces, so that was the longest piece I had, was that. I do like the way this looks though, with this inside and that over here, so that's okay. It's a little wonky, but once the whole thing's done, it should be okay. So now here we need the feet, and where's my picture? Okay, so let's just go ahead and bend this in half. And again, we're gonna hope we have enough wire. So we're gonna bend this one down, and we're gonna put this here and bend this out here, and this one out here. Okay, and we're gonna check. Oh, this is gonna be cute. And then we're gonna bring this around to form the foot, and then up. So those are gonna go like that. And then this one too, I'm gonna bring that one in and up. Okay, I'm gonna bring this one here and a little more maybe, and then up. Okay, so there we go. There we've got some legs. How far up should those go? Oh, they're cute. Let's go higher. Maybe I'll cut these a little higher than the middle one. Okay. Oh, I had just enough wire. I'm gonna have to get more flat artistic wire because it's very handy. Beadlon sent me this a while ago, and I think I've used up all of what they sent me. Lily graduates on the 8th. That's awesome. Very nice. Wonderful. Okay. Yeah, it's graduation season. That's cool. Okay, so here's these, and we are going to put this in here. Okay, we're gonna try to put it right down. So my bend for the bunny butt wasn't quite right. I don't know if I can adjust that. Maybe I'll just bring it down a bit. Okay, I'm not gonna worry if that goes like right between the legs or anything. We're just gonna maybe stick that here. Yeah, it would have been better to center it more, but you know what? There, look how cute. That's adorable. So let's take a picture before we do the resin. And I'm gonna have to get my toothpicks too. Okay, so I've got toothpicks to hold it down, and I also need to put the lid on the resin. So with my plastic bag, let me try to open this resin. There we go. I think I'm gonna store it for upright next time because it leaked. And I'll put something in the bottom of the box. So now we're gonna put this lid on, but I'll use some gloves because, yeah, there we go. So we have to put the dispenser lid, and that's only because I opened it wrong the first time I opened it, and I cut the ends, so now I don't have a proper thing that opens and closes, so that's why I had to do that. And let's go ahead and put the resin, and then we're going to put it under here, and that should hold the wires down. So for now though, I think I'm gonna have to like actually hold it. And what I might do is do the ears first. Okay, we're gonna do a little bit of the ears here, here, and here. Put a little more, and then you take the resin and spread it a little bit. And let's start with this, and then maybe put it under the light. And I could use, where are they? The tweezers to hold it down. If I do that, that should work. And let me put some, I'm gonna put some resin here. And up here and up here, because we really want to hold it in place. Well, why don't I just go ahead and do this whole thing for now. Here, there, we can do the whole thing since we're working on it anyways. So I'm just going to put gobs of resin in the different places. I don't want to put too much because I want to put some other things in it. Hopefully those are stuck. Okay, I think I have to work quickly. So we're gonna move that around. I do have the little plastic thing too that should work, but I really have to hold those ones down because I know they're gonna flip up. So we're gonna go in here, spread it around down here, around here, here. And if it does go underneath, you can snap it off. So I'm not gonna worry too much about that. Put some more resin in there, but okay. So let's start with that. Making sure we're holding this down really well. Okay, there, perfect. And let's put it under here and we're gonna do that much, and we're gonna hope that it works. So, hey Connie, just in time for spring. Yes, exactly. 4 guests. Oh, fun. Nice. This is cool so far, Heather. Thank you. I have the most perfect inserts for the bunny. Ooh. Oh, that'd be cute. Oh, that'd be so cute. Yeah, I'm gonna start with the face, but maybe I'll add some other things in the bunny too. We're gonna see. Let's hope this is gonna hold. And so after this is done, I'll try the face. And the flowers are cute too. I'll see what kind of beads I can use for that. And I'll use a thinner wire, like maybe 24 or something, to do the whiskers and stuff. I can't wait to see what you make, Mustafa. That's awesome. If you post it on Instagram, be sure to tag me so I see it, because I don't always scroll on Instagram. I actually rarely even look much at Instagram. I kind of post and run, but I have way too much social media. That's my problem. So there we go. Fingers crossed, guys. This is gonna work. I'm hoping. Yeah, we'll see. So the light will go off after 150 seconds. So that's 2 minutes. No, 100. It's 2 minutes and 30 seconds, I guess. I never know how long to do it. You guys know more than me, like how long it takes. So I figure a couple of minutes for each layer should be good. And Yes, I have dried pressed flowers. Yeah, where are they? Here they are. Yeah, these came with the kit. They're quite cute. So I was going to use a flower one of those times with one of the last ones, but I never did. Which one was it? Was that the dragonfly I was going to use a flower, or it was something else? I've done the dragonfly. I did the shamrocks. What else have I done? I forget. Yeah, trying it. I'd love it. Yeah, well now I pretty well have to, because Let's Resin is going to send me more resin, so I'm going to definitely be pursuing these more on the live streams, and when there's designs that are really interesting that you guys want a tutorial, I can do that as well. So here's Bunny so far. I can already see there's like some gaps and stuff, but that's okay. We can fix that up after. At least we have the beginner stage, so it's going to hold down in theory. And let's get some wire and beads. 2 minutes for each layer. Okay, cool. 5 minutes for a final cure. Ooh, I didn't know that. Okay, let's go ahead and see what we can do for like a little bunny nose with a little mouth. And for that, I'm going to try to get some 24 gauge wire. So here's the 24, and well, I don't know what color. Let's see what else I have for 24. Maybe gold. Yeah, maybe the gold. Or maybe something darker so it'll show up. That might be better, because the gold's going to be really light, but maybe something like brown or something so it's going to show up. So I will get some, and we have to figure out what color nose, because I do have, if we want something brighter, I can use a miracle bead. I also have the cat's eye beads. These are really light though, those ones. I have pearls, which are cute. I could do pearl eyes, I guess. I don't know if I like those or not. Let's see what we've got. There's the pearl eyes. Let me see what else we have. You could also do little closed eyes, so that would be cute. They're a little wonky. And let's compare it to the miracle beads eyes, which are a little dark. Okay, a little scrap in there. Okay, so we have, there's a little eye. Let's get another one of those. That's the hot pink miracle bead. Ooh. I mean, they're kind of cute, but then for the nose, what color nose would we do? The other thing, like I said, we could do little closed eyes. Let me get the, if we have any scrap of, oh, we don't have much. This is the only little scrap of the flat I have left. But I can try that. Let me just cut it flush. Oopsies. And then it would be like around the middle. Let's make sure it doesn't go flying. Okay. And then try to get two the same size. I don't know if these are going to work or not, but I'll just cut two places of the flat. And then this is all I have left, so I'm a little restricted. And if I hold this and curve it, they make little closed eyes, but I don't know how well those would look. Okay, let's just take this one. And I think I'm going to have to push it with the flat pliers because I'm going to hurt my hand. Okay, let's do this. Okay, this one and this one. Curve it around. Maybe press it against the flower or the pliers. Let's do this one. Let's do this one. We're going to hold it and press it against the pliers. Ooh, that one curved a little more, I think. It's not too bad. Let's see. Let's try this one again. It didn't curve as much. gonna get that one and hold it and curve it a little more. Okay, so this is how it looks. I wonder if I could bring this up a bit so you guys can see it. If I bring it up a little, there's a delay, so we're gonna see. There you go. And then we'll remove this, and then we're gonna try the curve, the sleepy eyes. So let's see that. I'm gonna stay. I should have probably put them in first because now they're gonna sit out a little bit too much. I mean, the sleepy eyes are cute too. That. Let me know what you think of the sleepy eyes. And then in the meantime, we're gonna do the nose. So I will get this, and what I was thinking was to do a kind of like to do a bead, but it actually might be easier rather than string the wire through the bead. Sleepy eyes, yay! They're cute, eh? Okay, so let's do this and try to make a little mouth thing. Love the sleepy eyes, yay! So we're gonna bring this one around and we're going to bring this one around. I'm just trying to make a little mouth thing. Bring this down in here, okay, and bring it down and up and up, okay, perfect. Okay, and now let's see if we could just cut that off. And this one too. And let's get our tweezers. Yeah, so that's cute. It doesn't stick out as much as the eyes. I'm wondering if we should do the eyes with a different metal because they're gonna stick out a little bit. We're gonna see. Okay, so we're gonna put that there. That one there, and then what kind of, maybe I'll use a different wire for that because now that looks a little small. I mean, it's going to be good for the whiskers, but why don't we see what we have for the 20 gauge wire. Is that 20 gauge? Let's see. Look at what I have. I have these already kind of formed from that gadget I had before. So why don't we try one of those? If we just, that was the crinkle gadget from Beadalon that I had a while ago. But rather than try to uncrinkle it, why don't we just go with it and see if we can use this. Although it might be a little bit small. We're gonna see. Okay, so we've got that and that, and bring that up, and then we're gonna clip that here, and then we're gonna turn it over. Oh, hopefully I'm not off screen because the 24 gauge was a little small, but what if we did this instead, and we did this with the same color. It's cute, cute. And I think what I'm gonna have to do though is get put a little bit of resin there so it'll stick. Okay, just a little bit. So it'll hold in place. And I mean, the other thing is I could do let me try the little sleepy eyes with using this stuff because maybe they should match. Okay, so I'm gonna do this one since it's already formed. Okay, there's that, and then this one. Ooh, Okay, that one went fine. Try another one. Okay. No, they're flying everywhere. Okay, try another one. Pick them up later. Okay, there we go. So if we use the small wire, it'll match and it won't stick out of the frame. So let's just do that. Or even 18 gauge. Let me just see if I have 18 gauge. This one seems a little bit thin. So we'll try the 18. Sorry to be such a perfectionist, but it's better to decide now rather than to have to decide later. So we're going to bend this. This is the 18 gauge. Okay, and we'll get the bail making pliers and bring it around. And this one too. Bring this one around. Straight up. That one should have been straight up. And then we can push this in a little bit. And these might show up more because the 20 is a little bit thin. Oh, now that's a little too thick. Is that? That might be a little bit too thick because we want room for the whiskers. I think I'm going to run out of room for the whiskers. But let's see what we can do. Squeeze that in because I think this would be good for the eyes. Chocolate bunnies. Whoa, that's a lot of chocolate bunnies. Huh. There we go. And we're going to bring this one up a little bit more. Okay. And clip it. Here. There. We've got a little scrap there. We're going to get rid of that. And let's see how that looks. I mean, that's really cute too, but we want to make sure it's flat. So go ahead and squeeze it. And then let's try the eyes with this wire. Because I just found the one with the, I wonder if we did it this way, if we just made full circles. Let's try that. Okay, so we'll try full circle here, and then we trim, and then we just bring it over and see on the other opposite side, we clip it. That makes a little sleepy eye. That might work. Okay, so let's try again. We're gonna cut it flush here, and then bring it over here. And maybe this time we'll make it a little bit bigger. We'll compare them. Yeah, so that one's like a little too much now. So let's do one in between. Okay. We're gonna clip that. And then we're gonna bring it around. Oh. There we go. Okay, so we've got this one and this one, which are maybe better. This one I'll just trim a little bit. Just a titch. Cut it straight across. And that one straight across. Okay, so there's that one, and then this one, we'll just trim it a wee bit, just a titch. Okay, so now we have so many bits all over the place. So we're gonna squeeze these so they're flat-ish. I mean, you can actually hammer them too if you do want them flat, but I think I'm just gonna squeeze them a bit. And you could also use your nylon pliers. I can't resist chocolate. Yeah, chocolate's the best. Okay, so now we've got that and that. So why don't we go ahead and apply those with a little bit of resin. So just a bit, so it's gonna hold it in place. Make sure there's a little bit of dirt there. I don't know what that is. Okay, dust. But just a little bit, okay? We're just gonna put a little bit. And we're going to spread it around so we can place the parts of the face. Okay, and then I have to decide if I want to put something under the face or not. I'm not sure. Okay, so we've got a nice thin coat of resin, and we're going to get the nose. Put the nose on. I also thought about putting a bead though, but now I'm wondering, the bead might stick out too much. So what if we did a little pink or red nose with wire rather than use a bead? That might be too big. So we can take this and let me get rid of my beads for now. We've done a lot of beads with resin in the other tutorials, so maybe we'll try this. I'm gonna move this over, get it out of the way. And what if we just got a piece of wire, 20 gauge, and made a little circle for the nose. Whoopsies. Oh, we have all these little bits. Let's remove those. This is a great tutorial for the resin. Thank you. Yay! Oh yeah, that's awesome, Kristen. Yeah, it gives you ideas of what you can do with the resin, like suspending little bits of wire in the resin is a great idea. So really the sky's the limit. I'm working on a design with letters too, like to put letters. You could spell words, you could personalize them with people's names. Actually, that's what I wanted to do also, because you could write like Happy Easter, or you can write somebody's name. Oops, okay, this one is, I want to just flatten this. This is the circle that I've done, but you need to flatten it. So maybe if I can, oh, those aren't even flat pliers, those were round ones. See, I always get mixed up with the round and flat pliers. So here's, it's not too bad. So this is just a circle. You can make it an oval. You can make a triangle shape to make it more like a nose. But I'm gonna try it just round. And then we're gonna get the tweezers. Oh, it's a little high now. Maybe a little high. So let's move the mouth down a bit. And that one up here. I wonder if you can put it on top even. I don't know if I should have made the mouth a little smaller maybe. I don't know if it's too late to take it off. A little bit, because one of you were saying the last time that it can kind of naturally harden on its own, which is just with the daylight, which is a little bit frustrating. But I'm gonna try another one with the 18 gauge, but not so big, because it's not gonna fit. It's not gonna fit in the face. So we're just gonna bend this. Yeah, I didn't realize how fast it cures even without the light. So you really have to work fast. So I'm gonna try to make this a little bit shorter. Okay, we're gonna bring this one around here and bring it as much around as you can. So it's not so high, because that went up too high. So let's go ahead and flatten this. So the great thing is you guys can learn from my mistakes and won't have to do this. You won't have to fuss around with it. So you can just realize that it has to be not too big, this. Otherwise it's not gonna fit well. Maybe using the round pliers is going to be better. Around here. So that is already shorter than what I did. So that's good. I don't know if I'm going to have to add more resin. We're going to see. And then we're going to clip that. And flip it. And we'll clip it. Clip it. Remember the clip it lady? I don't even know, Moose, if I ever showed you the actual clip it lady. She was hilarious. Okay, so let's put another little dot of resin. Just a touch. Because it's already started curing, which is not what we want. So we're going to quickly put another little bit of resin. Maybe I should have closed the curtains or something so it wouldn't cure so fast. And we're going to put this here. Okay, get in there, you. And then we're going to do the nose. Okay, we're going to do the nose. Yeah, get in there. Yeah, you have to work quite quickly. So there's nose. Okay. Maybe I'll end up doing add more for the whiskers. Yeah, it's getting a little wonky. You have to have a steady hand, so don't drink coffee before doing this. Let's see. It has a mind of its own. I think there's a bit of a crevice, so now it has a mind of its own. Let's move it down a bit. Could have done this even shorter. Okay, whatever. So now let's put the eyes. Ooh, they're a little big. We'll put them beside the nose, maybe. They're gonna be a little low. I don't know if we're gonna be able to do whiskers. I think I didn't make the face big enough. But it's definitely cute. So we've got that, and then maybe I could somehow manage to do some whiskers. Well, if we push this one down a little more, a little bit of space. And if I do them a different color, they will be like show up because they'll be contrasty. Aw, it's cute. Bunny. Okay, so let's do some whiskers. I do work in a shadowy part of your kitchen. Yeah, that's smart. It's just I want to have some light for you guys, but that probably would be a better idea. So now for the whiskers, let's get a couple of pieces and just make little tiny whiskers. So we're going to cut that, bend these a little bit, but I think they're going to be really small. And bend those a bit. Bun. Adorable. Aw, thank you. So here would be the whiskers, but now I made those, I think, not big enough. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. I don't know if the whiskers are going to work. You know, what'd be fun is to have the whiskers stick out at the side. I want to try that instead. Okay, so, and then do we want a flower there? That's the question. Where's the flowers? Or a heart or something like that. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. We've got some little flowers. I mean, you could do, I mean, it comes with the flowers, so we could put a flower. They're cute. This one's a little brighter. Oh, here's some more here. Let's see. Okay. That one's a little, oh, that one's ugly. Okay, so, oh, brighter maybe. Red? Oops, just broke it. Oh, that's not smart. Okay, oh, there I have a yellow too, but maybe pink. I'll just use this one maybe. Okay. It's cute. I mean, I may as well use it, eh? It comes with the kit, so let's go ahead and put that there. Or maybe we'll put a little bit more. the resin on the face now. Okay, and down here, now we have to fill in the areas with resin. Okay, over here. And then up in between, we didn't do that area. And then these feet and these feet. There's some little areas. And then the ears, may as well get it all filled in now as best we can. Okay, and then up here. And probably missing a technique or two, but this is the idea. And then we're going to take the toothpick and spread it. Oh, there are a few bubbles. I know if you have a heat source, okay, that one's already cured, so I can't do anything about that bubble. But if you do have a heat gun or something, you can get rid of the bubbles. And I do have one downstairs, but I think we're just gonna see what we can do here. So there's that and that. Oh, maybe I should have put the flower in underneath. I forgot about the flower. So we're just gonna scoop that in there. And hopefully it's gonna go in and get some resin on top of it too. So we're gonna just see what we can do to get some resin on top of that flower. And put another little drop. Should have maybe done some sparkles or something too, maybe would have been good. But you guys can just do whatever you want with these designs. Oh yeah, there's a few bubbles that I missed, but we'll just do what we can. I'm still learning how to use this stuff. Yeah, it's definitely a learning curve. Okay. And I've gone over the edge of the wire, but that's okay. I think it's fine. Oh, see, here's a little glob already that started curing. And there, okay. And then I wonder if the whiskers, there's a little bubble or some weird thing in there. Yeah, it's already started. Yeah, you definitely should work in an area that's not bright like this. And let's see what we can do about making some whiskers that stick out. I don't know if it's gonna work or not, but we can try it. So we're gonna do this and this, and we're gonna bend them. Maybe maybe I'll worry about how I want to finish them after. I'll try to just get them in place. So if we did like a little whisker thing here, I don't know if it's gonna stick or not. And then another whisker thing here. Okay. Maybe I can trim them. Those are way too long. Okay. Okay. So let's just trim that and that. And ouch, just clip my finger. Okay, so we're gonna do that and that. I don't know if that would work or not. Do that and that, and then, yeah, if we stick it in a little bit, it should stick. Oh yeah, you can tell it's really curing itself without the light. It's interesting. Yeah, this is definitely a learning curve. So if we stick that there and there, this one also is sticking up a little bit. And then let's try another couple and see if those will fit inside. Yeah, so whatever you find interesting in this project, just go for it, because some of it's gonna work and some of it's not. You could probably just add whiskers like after too. Actually put a little bit of glob on the whiskers themselves and stick it there. Okay, and then this one too, I'm going to bend it, make sure it's sitting flat, and put a little glob on the resin itself. And that fell down. Okay. Oops. And then stick it, oh, maybe close it a little more and stick it in between. So this is an idea to put some whiskers, but now we need to get them to somehow sit flat. There, that's sat in flat. That's pretty good. There and there. So let's see if we can, maybe if we have a couple of toothpicks, I'm going to bring this in and we're going to do, make sure like I'm positioned to hold this down a little bit. There. I'm just going to hold these in down a little bit. You can't really see what I'm doing, but I'm trying to hold the whiskers down a little bit. And I'll put more resin on top after. It's just so they kind of get a good starting point. Oh, and then my toothpick's gonna stick. Okay, so that's not a good idea. I've removed it now already. Okay. Okay, so yeah, careful your toothpicks don't stick. Okay. I want a super glider as a pet. A super glider as a pet. Sugar glider as a pet. What's a sugar glider? Ooh, more baby bunnies. We've had, okay, I missed all this conversation. Yeah, we had bunnies as a kid, and I had a bunny, her name was Bum Bum. And then my sister got a bunny named Ralph, and my mom said, don't put them together, and of course we did, and then we had 5 bunnies, because they had 3 old babies. Yeah, Spanish. Nice. Oh, I missed something. Oh, I can't go back in the chat. Oh, sorry guys. I missed a whole bunch of chats and I can't seem to scroll back to see. I think Connie said she had a bunny 30 years ago, but that's the last comment I see, so. Okay, so that's that. And then, yeah, it made a weird glob there. That was because of the toothpick. So I don't know if I can cut that glob off. Ah, there, it helps a bit. Okay, so now let's go ahead and put more on there to make sure it's solid. And maybe a little more. And then we'll just, yeah, next time I'll maybe try to not have it so bright. I don't know how I'm going to film a video, a resin video, with unless it's not affected by LED lights, because the LED, I film under LED lights, but if it's going to make the resin harden too quickly, that might be an issue. Okay, so let's go ahead and just finish that off and see what happens. And that might be enough resin for today. You can put glitter and stuff in there if you want to, but I think I'm going to keep this one pretty simple. And then if you guys do any iterations of this, just let me know. And oh, so LED lights would be okay. So when I'm filming, I shouldn't have this problem, because I do it in my basement and I use LED lights. So hopefully we won't have, although probably the projects I do for tutorials won't involve so much kind of labor type of thing. It would be more simple, but that's good to know. So probably UV lights would be all right. I mean, in fact, I can live stream in the basement with the LED lights. The only trouble is that sometimes the internet's a little buffery downstairs, so that's a problem. Sugar glider. I don't even know what a sugar glider is. I've never heard of that. Google to be sure. Yeah, good idea. Yeah, so let's just finish this one, and then maybe I'll do another quick bunny as well. It's already almost 3, so if you guys have to go, don't worry about it, no problem. I know Kristen and my parents have a movie at 3:15, I think, so you guys will have to go soon. They have travel movies at my parents' residence, so that's cool. It's like cross-country videos of Canada, so that's really cool. One time I'll try to come down on a Wednesday so I could see it. Where are they from? The Sugar Gliders or my parents? I'm not sure. I don't even know what a sugar glider is. Do not know. I'm gonna have a sip of water. And this should go off any second, and we'll see if it held. And I'm gonna I'll put away the resin. I'm going to store it upright because the issue we had. And I will clean up the bottom of my box because that made a mess. I just have to find where the lid is. I'm not sure where the lid is. So there's let's just let them breathe for a sec. Oh my goodness, where did I put the lid? Here it is. So I'm gonna put my resin away so it will stay upright and not spill all over the place. And hopefully I'll be getting a new one soon. Okay. Close that right up. There we go. Okay. Now, let's see if we can remove this. And like Mustafa said, you can put it under the UV light or for 5 minutes to cure it. But for the sake of this, we're just going to check it out, and then maybe I can fix the whiskers. And now I'm going to remove this part. The tape's pretty sticky, which is probably a good thing. So now we're going to remove that. And there are bubbles in there, so I should have used the heat gun to remove the bubbles. I'm going to get rid of some of those bits of wire. Stuck on my finger. And now, yeah, it's a bit messy. There's some bits of tape on the back, but we can trim the whiskers if you like. They don't have to be all the same size. And okay. And you can make them shorter if you want. I mean, this isn't going to be a pin or anything that or like a necklace or anything you have to worry about the little sharp bits. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. He's super cute. Aw, thank you. And yeah, so it's a bit of a mess with the bubbles and the resin, like the tape stuff and on the back too, but you've got the idea for the design. Yeah, I really should have dealt with those bubbles. The flower, it's moderately okay. It's not too bad, but it's pretty good. It's pretty close to what we started with. And I think there's a lot of potential here. And then to hang it, I didn't think about that, but remember, we can use the hole punch and we can punch a hole to, I don't know if you hang it from there. You could punch a hole in each of these and then just do a little chain or something to hang it up. That would be cute. He almost can stand up on his own. Not quite. Not quite. So that's a cute idea. And then maybe next week we'll do some more of these types of things. I like the idea of doing a basket as well. I think that'd be super cute. This is like sort of crochet or weaving type of thing. And yeah, that's it. So I think I'm going to stop there. We'll do some more next week. Let me flip the screen. And there we go. Yay, awesome, guys. So thank you so much, everybody, for hopping on. I don't know if my mom and dad are still there, but if you guys are there, hello, hello, and goodbye, and thanks for watching. And Kristen too, and everybody who's hopped on the live. And Amber, thank you always for moderating the chat and for all your great inspiration. Thank you, Mustafa and Connie and Corey, who all have resin tips. So that's wonderful. It's always super, super helpful. And I hope everybody has a wonderful week. And I hope that we're going to see next week on the live stream. We'll do more bunnies and more Easter stuff. And then that's probably it for Easter. So have a great rest of the week, everybody. And we'll see you the next time. Bye.